Hello everyone, it's Maimoona AIwali. I am a student at Rehan College, Korangi Campus and teacher running Pilot Camp. So today I'm talking to ChatGPT. Let's go. Hello ChatGPT, my name is Maimoona AIwali. Now today I'm discuss how to overcome fear and take bold step in life on your social media platform.
Hey, Maimoona, that sounds like a really powerful topic. What kind of approach are you thinking? Like sharing personal stories, maybe giving practical tips, or even asking your followers to share their experiences?
Okay, so my first question is, what does fear mean to you in your daily life?
I love that. That question's really open ended, so it invites a lot of reflection. And from there, you can build on it, like maybe ask how fear has stopped them from pursuing something they love, or what small step they could take despite that fear. I think your audience will really connect with that.
What is the biggest fear that holds people back from success?
Ooh, that's a really thought provoking one. I think a lot of times it's a fear of failure or maybe a fear of judgment, like worrying what others will think. So you could explore that and ask how people can reframe those fears or take one small step past them. I think that could be really empowering.
Okay, so my next question is, why are we often afraid of failure?
That's a great follow up. I think we tend to fear failure because it feels like a reflection of our worth. Like if we fail, maybe we're not good enough. But you could talk about how failure is really just a stepping stone, like a growth opportunity. That could give people a new perspective.
How can fear stop us from chasing our dreams?
Yeah, that's a really big one. Fear can keep us stuck in our comfort zone, so we might avoid taking risks or making those bold moves. It can make us second guess ourselves or just freeze up. So you could encourage people to acknowledge the fear, but still take small, courageous steps forward, no matter how uncomfortable it feels at first.
How can self-confidence help in overcoming fear?
Ooh, that's a really good point. Self confidence kind of acts like a buffer. It reminds us of our strengths, even when fear is loud. So when we believe in ourselves, we're more likely to take risks, bounce back from setbacks, and keep pushing toward those big dreams. You could share tips for building that confidence, like celebrating small wins.
Why is taking a small step important when facing fear?
Yeah, that's a great one. Taking small steps is important because it makes the fear feel less overwhelming. Each little step builds momentum and it shows us we can handle challenges. So even if we're scared, those tiny victories keep us going, building confidence step by step.
How does fear of judgment affect our decision?
Yeah, fear of judgment can be really paralyzing. We might second guess ourselves, hold back from sharing our ideas, or avoid risks because we're so worried about what others will think. But when we recognize that everyone has their own insecurities, we can focus more on our own growth and less on external opinions.
Okay, so my next question is, what role does positive thinking play in reducing fear?
That's a really uplifting one. Positive thinking kind of shifts our focus from worst case scenarios to possibilities. It helps us reframe challenges as opportunities, and when we believe we can handle things, fear loses some of its power. So it's not about ignoring the fear, but about choosing a hopeful perspective that pushes us forward.
Why it is important to step out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone is really where growth happens. It's where we discover new strengths, build resilience, and find confidence. If we stay in the same safe place, we never really know what we're capable of. So that discomfort is a sign you're on the edge of something big.
How can fear become a sign of growth?
Ooh, that's a really powerful shift. Fear often shows up when we're on the verge of something meaningful, like a sign that we're pushing ourselves limits. So if we learn to listen to it instead of avoid it, we can use that fear as a compass, guiding us toward the exact challenges we need to grow.
Okay, so my next question is, what habits help you coach in daily life?
That's a really personal one. I think for a lot of people, common habits are things like overthinking, procrastination, or people pleasing. By recognizing them, we can start to shift them, like building small daily routines that keep us moving forward, even when fear pops up.
Okay, so my next question is, how can setting clear goal reduce fear? Please give me the long answer.
Absolutely. When we set clear goals, it gives us a specific direction and a sense of purpose. Instead of being overwhelmed by vague fears, we know exactly what we're working toward. And every small milestone we reach reinforces that we're capable, which slowly diminishes fear. Plus, when goals are clear, we break them down into smaller, manageable steps, which makes the whole process feel less intimidating and gives us confidence to keep going.
Why is believing in yourself assistant to take bold step?
Yeah, that's really crucial. Believing in yourself is like the foundation. When you trust that you have what it takes, even if you don't have all the answers yet, it gives you the courage to move forward. That self belief pushes you to take risks, handle setbacks, and keep pursuing those bold steps, even when the outcome is uncertain.
How can support our from family or friend help come over fear?
Oh, absolutely. Support from family or friends is like a safety net. When we know we have people who believe in us, it makes the fear feel less isolating. They can offer encouragement, remind us of our progress, and give us a safe space to share those doubts. With that kind of support, it's easier to keep going even when we feel scared.
What is the difference between real fear and imagination fear?
That's a really important distinction. Real fear is a response to a real threat, something happening in the present moment that could hurt us. Imagination fear, on the other hand, is when we project worst case scenarios into the future. It's not based on what's actually happening, but on our worries. And when we recognize that, we can ground ourselves in the present and take action, rather than getting stuck in the what ifs.
Okay, so my next question is, how can fear teach us value life lesson?
Oh, I love this one. Fear often acts like a mirror. It shows us what truly matters to us. When we face fear, we learn about our limits, our courage, and what we're willing to fight for. So each time we push through fear, we gain insight about resilience, about our passions, and about how strong we really are.
Why do successful people still feel fear?
Yeah, that's a really relatable point. Even successful people experience fear because it's a natural human emotion. Success isn't a race fear, it just means they've learned to act in spite of it. Each new step, each bigger goal can bring its own uncertainty, but they keep going anyway, and that's what makes them grow.
How can facing fear improve mental state?
Yeah, that's a big one. Facing fear actually helps us build resilience. It shows us we can handle tough situations. Over time, that reduces anxiety because we realize we aren't powerless. So, by facing fear, we train our minds to stay calm, trust ourselves, and keep a more balanced mental outlook, even under pressure.
Okay, so my next question is, what mindset helped turn fear into motivation?
That's a really empowering shift. But growth mindset is key here. When we believe that challenges are opportunities to grow, fear stops being a stop sign and starts being a push. We see it as a sign that we're capable of more. So when we embrace a growth mindset, fear fuels our drive, pushing us to take those bold steps forward.
How does fear stop people from trying new opportunity?
Yeah, fear can be a real barrier. It makes us hesitate because we worry about failure, rejection, or just the unknown. So instead of reaching out for new chances, we might stay stuck in what's familiar. But once we take that first step, despite the fear, we realize that opportunity was always within reach.
Okay, so my next question is, how can daily affirmations help reduce fear?
Oh, that's a really practical tool. Daily affirmations help because they rewire our inner dialogue. When we consistently tell ourselves that we're capable, brave, and worthy, it slowly counters those fear based thoughts. So over time, we believe in ourselves more, and fear fades into the background, leaving us more empowered and confident.
Why is action more powerful than our thinking?
Yeah, that's so true. Action is powerful because it breaks the cycle of what ifs. When we overthink, we just stay stuck in our heads. But when we act, even in small ways, we gather real experience. That momentum builds confidence, teaches us what works, and reminds us that we have the power to shape our own path.
What is one bold step everyone should take in life?
Oh, I love this question. I think one bold step everyone should take is choosing to pursue something that really lights them up, whether that's a dream career, a passion project, or just a big personal goal. It's that moment of choosing yourself, even when it feels scary, that opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
Okay, so my next question is, how can failure help us grow instead for breaking us?
Yeah, that's such a powerful reframe. Failure, in a sense, is a teacher. It gives us feedback we can't get any other way. When we fail, we learn what doesn't work, we build resilience, and we develop new strategies. So instead of seeing it as a dead end, we can view failure as a stepping stone, one that propels us closer to success.
Okay, so my next question is, how can fear block happiness and peace of mind?
Yeah, that's a really deep one. Fear can keep us stuck in a cycle of worry about the future or regret about the past. When we're too focused on fear, we can't fully enjoy the present moment. So by facing fear, we let go of that grip and we create space for peace, gratitude, and true happiness to grow.
Okay, so my next question is, what advice would you give to someone afraid that start?
Ooh, I would offer them a lot of compassion. I'd say start small. Just take one tiny step toward what you want, even if it's just a conversation or a little experiment. And remind yourself that fear is normal. It's just a sign you're growing. Keep going one step at a time and celebrate each bit of progress.
How does taking bold step change your life journey?
Yeah, taking a bold step is like a catalyst for change. Once you move beyond the familiar, you open up new possibilities. You meet new people, discover hidden strengths, and break free from limiting patterns. Each bold step is a ripple that can transform your confidence, your opportunities, and the whole trajectory of your life.
So much ChatGPT for this information, and Allah Hafiz.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad I could help. Take care and Allah Hafiz.